Should I or should I not? Maybe I should just flip a coin. Heads or tails? Of course. Ugh. Hey friends. I'm in a little bit of a bind. I really want to try performing as a career, but I'm kind of nervous. I have so many doubts and questions. Is it actually possible to make a living from performing? What kinds of careers are available for performers? How do performers find or create careers? Well, let's explore all of these questions and more. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to analyze various performance professions, describe the necessary skills and training, and evaluate the 4 steps involved in pursuing a career in traditional, self-produced, and alternative performance professions. So maybe I won't need to make a choice based on rock, paper, scissors. Sorry, Mia. Let's get started so you can help me make an informed decision. And we'll start by looking at traditional performance professions. There are several traditional types of performing careers. You probably know some of them, and we've covered many, such as actors, comedians, dancers, and singers. Now, you might already be familiar with all of these careers, so let's talk about a few that you may not know quite as well. Dance, music, and drama therapists use their passion for the performing arts to help others overcome their personal difficulties. Broadcasting presenters are featured on television, radio, and the internet, presenting information and entertainment to their viewers. Magicians and ventriloquists dazzle their audiences with flair, drama, and illusions. So, how would I prepare for any of these traditional performing careers? Well, each one requires different skills. Clearly, if you're going to be a magician, you'll need to learn some magic tricks. If you want to be a dancer, you'll need to learn how to dance. And singers will obviously need vocal training. The necessary skills can be learned in a variety of ways. You can take classes or self-train with tutorials. Many traditional performing artists also receive higher education in their fields. Actors, singers, and dancers can get degrees from colleges or universities. Comedians might study at famous studios like Second City or Upright Citizens Brigade. Some performing professions may require specific training. For example, dance, music, and drama therapists will have to get a collegiate education. Broadcasting presenters may be required to have a background in journalism, media production, or communications. While these traditional performing professions may require different skills or training, there is one commonality between all of them: confidence. All of these traditional performing professions require confidence. That doesn't mean that performers are never nervous, but it does mean that they always perform with confidence. Can you imagine a magician performing with no confidence? In this magic trick, well, I guess, but you know what? It's not that good of a trick, anyways. So forget it. So, if you have confidence, how do you pursue a traditional performing profession? Well, there are multiple paths that people take, but let's take a look at 4 steps that many professionals follow. Step 1: classes. If you're interested in pursuing a traditional performing profession, you don't have to wait until a specific age. You can start training now through classes. Join a choir, take dance classes, sign up for acting workshops. Step 2: higher education. For those who are serious about being a professional performer, higher education is often recommended. Colleges, universities, and conservatories can offer specialized training. Through higher education, aspiring performers can expand their breadth and depth of knowledge and skills. Step 3: internships. Breaking into the performing industry can be a daunting task. For new performers, an entry point can be found through internships or apprenticeships. An internship or apprenticeship is a temporary work experience offered by an employer to provide practical training and professional development. My friend Caroline took an acting internship after graduating from college. In her internship, she received acting training through workshops and classes. She was also in several children's theater shows. In return, Caroline worked for the theater in their box office, costuming shop, and teaching department. Her internship helped lead to step 4, professional opportunities. Once performers have the necessary training, skills, and experience, it's time to look for jobs that pay. This process can be different for different careers. Drama, music, and dance therapists can apply for positions with counseling companies or start up their own businesses. Actors, singers, and dancers can audition for shows, troupes, or events. They may also try to find an agent or manager who can help them get auditions for higher paying or more prestigious opportunities. And while we're on the subject of opportunities, this is a perfect opportunity to move to self-produced performing professions. Some performers prefer to follow a less traditional route by creating their own art. Producing their own art can give them more control over their artistic choices and career. In self-production, several positions may be combined into one person. Let's take a look at a few examples with some of my friends. My friend Abdul is an actor, but also works as a writer and producer. He has written a film script in which he will play the lead role. Abdul is planning on producing his film himself, using some of his savings along with fundraiser money. After creating his film, Abdul plans to enter it in film festivals, where he will hopefully make connections, gain notoriety, and win money to create his next work. Once the festivals have finished, Abdul plans to market his film to different streaming services. Meanwhile, my friend Tatiana is also an actor and a scriptwriter. She is trying to market her script to studios. If a studio likes her film, they will produce it. However, Tatiana plans on keeping some creative control by writing into her contract that she must play the lead role in the film. She has also entered her script in several script writing competitions, so keep your fingers crossed for her. Finally, my friend Renee is a theater actor and a playwright. She has created a one-person show that stars herself. Renee has reached out to several theaters to stage her show. She will also be attending several theater festivals to demonstrate her work. You may be wondering what training or skills Abdul, Tatiana, and Renee needed in order to self-produce their works. Well, Abdul chose a more traditional route. He took acting classes in high school and then went to college to study performing arts. On the other hand, Tatiana actually got a degree in accounting. Once she discovered her passion for performance, she took acting and writing classes at a studio. Finally, Renee loved theater for her whole life, but never went to college. Instead, she trained herself. Renee watched and analyzed a lot of shows, read theater books, attended workshops, and researched other actors and writers. Even though they trained in different ways, Abdul, Tatiana, and Renee all share the similar skills of creativity and determination. Their creativity helped them to come up with original, unique ideas to produce. Their determination pushed them to complete their productions. Maybe you're feeling inspired by Abdul, Tatiana, and Renee to pursue a self-produced performance profession. So, what steps should you take? Well, once again, there are multiple paths self-producing performers can take. But let's look at 4 steps that could work for you. Step 1. Study others. Research other performing professionals who self-produce their works successfully, such as Michaela Cole, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Issa Rae, Matt Damon, Awkwafina, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Sylvester Stallone. Analyze how they created their works, marketed them, and achieved success. Maybe you can find a mentor who has produced their own work. Step 2. Brainstorm. Come up with an idea that you want to self-produce. Try to think of something unique that reflects your story, your talents, and your originality. Then, consider the performance medium. Do you want to compose a music album? Create a one-person show? Write a film script? Step 3. Production. Once you have written your work, it's time to produce it. You can produce your own work using whatever resources you have. Or you can sell your work to theaters, production companies, or recording studios. Step 4. Marketing. After you produce your work, it's time to market it. If you partner with another business, they will typically help you. However, if you've completely self-produced your art, it'll be up to you to get it in front of an audience. You can post it online, contact streaming services, or enter competitions and festivals. And it's time for us to enter alternative performing professions. Perhaps you love performing, and you also love the possibilities of the internet. Alternative performing professions give you a chance to explore both. These careers are relatively new, as they were created with the advent of the internet and expanded through social media. There are multiple genres that online performers cover. Some write short comedy sketches to share. Others use the internet to share their dance moves or music. There are even short narrative series on different video or social media sites. You can even market your special skills like puppetry, aerial silks, or slam poetry to create short performances or tutorials. Now, if you're using a special skill, you may need some specific training through classes or workshops. For example, my friend Aurora is an online star. She posts short comedy sketches and earns money from the advertisements that play before or during her videos. Aurora actually trained in comedy at several studios and has a degree in theater performance. She has used her knowledge to create her online content. However, many other alternative performing professionals are self-taught. My other friend, Jace, is a social media influencer. He is a dancer and posts his original routines along with tutorials. Jace has actually never had any formal dance training. He's never even been in a dance class. But Jace loves moving and taught himself how to dance. His motto is, everyone can dance. Although Aurora and Jace have very different training backgrounds, they share some similar skills like imagination, originality, and discipline. Their imagination allows them to create new content every week. Their originality keeps their content unique and different from other online performers. And their discipline helps them remain consistent in the quality and amount of their content. Perhaps you already have imagination, originality, and discipline. Well, here are 4 steps that you can try to pursue an alternative performing profession. Step 1. Research. Similar to step 1 of self-producing, research others who have been successful in alternative performance professions. What do they create? How do they create it? When do they share their content? Step 2. Brainstorm. Once you've completed your research, consider what you would share. How can your content be different from what you researched? What makes it unique and original? Step 3. Production. When you've decided on your content, it's time to produce. What do you need in order to film your content? If you're shooting a cooking tutorial, do you have your necessary ingredients? Or do you need dumbbells for a workout video? Or perhaps you have to recruit other actors for a short video series. Step 4. Post. After you produce your content, it's time to share. Check out the algorithms online of when is the best time to share content. When will it be viewed by the most people? How can you monetize your performance? Perhaps you can put advertisements before your content, or partner with a business to advertise their products, or even create your own products to sell. And since we're speaking of creating, let's review how to create your own performance profession. You now know how to analyze various kinds of performance professions, describe the necessary skills and training, and evaluate 4 steps involved in pursuing a career in traditional, self-produced, and alternative performance professions. Don't forget to check out the practice questions and PDF for this lesson to prepare for our next class together. Theater education. Sorry, Mia. Now that I've learned so much about performance professions, I definitely don't need to play rock, paper, scissors to make a decision anymore. I can consider all of these options before making a rational decision. Until I decide what's best for me, remember, in theater, like in life, the limit is your imagination. Hey.